Next week, some of the greatest stars of black music are featured in a celebration of the record company Motown's 25th birthday, including Michael Jackson and his brothers, Diana Ross, Marvin Gaye and the Four Tops. Motown 25 at 11:30 next Saturday night. We'll now look at this Sunday night on BBC1, starting at 6:40 with Songs of Praise from Belfast, introduced by Paul Jones. At 7:15, the classic Hitchcock thriller Dial M for Murder, with Ray Milland planning to kill his unfaithful wife, played by Grace Kelly. After the 9 o'clock news, there'll be highlights of London's marathon. And at 10 o'clock, Carol Royal as Jenny still has problems with Simon Cadell as Larry, while trying to come to terms with life without George. At 10:30, Everyman introduces us to Jeanette Roberts, a tough East Ender who was abused as a child but has succeeded in breaking the chain and changing the course of her life by taking on an adoptive family of neglected, abused and physically or mentally handicapped children. At 11:10, a look at soloing and lead vocals in Rock School, and finally, Network East is at 11:35. Now, look at the weather. Much of the country will remain mild, cloudy and become mostly dry tonight. However, some patches of drizzly rain could occur almost anywhere, especially near west-facing coasts and over hills where it will remain misty. The north of Scotland should remain rather wet. On Sunday, it will continue wet in the north of Scotland, with perhaps a little sleet in the Northern Isles. Further rain is expected to reach southwestern parts of England during the morning, spreading to Northern Ireland and Wales in the afternoon. However, much of England and southern Scotland should have a fine day, with sunny intervals after the early morning cloud and mist thins. Temperatures will be similar to today's, and it will become warm in the brighter eastern areas. So the weather's promising for London's marathon tomorrow morning, which sets off at 9:30. We'll be at the start from 9:10 on BBC1, with full coverage of the event throughout the morning until 12:10. And Radio 2 will also be providing reports just after each hour between 9 and 12. And Radio 2 now will follow the 1 o'clock news with Bill Reynolds on his night ride. But as far as we're concerned, it's high time at just 1 o'clock to take our night rides home. And this is Peter Bolgar on behalf of all of us here on BBC1, wishing you all a very good night.